Yo everybody, JCT019 here, and we're continuing on this week with the app showcase, and today I've got one hell of a doozy, and it's an app called Cat Museum. I recently downloaded it. Again, I think it's early access for Android apps, and yeah, what can I say about this app? It is very, very weird. It's very mystifying and cool, but it's very dark and eerie and sort of scary. When you play it, you're sort of in like this tense moment. And I didn't expect it to be that way. I saw Cat Museum and I was like, oh, this looks cute. It looks nice. And next thing you know, I'm freaking out because there's things in the game that just are really dark, really creepy. But I'm really enjoying it. Like I started playing and all of a sudden I'm absorbed into the app. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. Alright, so starting out with this game, as you can see, it's sort of like this side scroller, and it does have this very dark theme, right? It's a very interactive game, so you walk around this space, right? And you're able to interact with your environment. And this is what I was talking about earlier. So this is, these are very creepy motifs, right? The hands or the fingers around the main doorway, the hands holding the lights, this beautiful cat statue, right? And so you go along and you interact with everything, and yeah, it's very sort of off-putting, right? In a very good way, I want to say. And see, here's an example of things that you need to do. So I realized that I need to open my backpack, use an item that I picked up earlier in the game, and put it here to sort of unlock the door. And you are about to see sort of that interactive aspect of the game here in all sense, all glory. So I can tap that on the floor, and it gives me like this little puzzle where I have to sort of set up a lunar cycle. And I found that very interesting, right? It's very fun and dynamic to be able to do that in a game. So yeah, and as you can see here, after I get the lunar cycle, it brings up my hands, and then I'm supposed to move the hands over the hand symbols, and yeah, everything sort of unlocks. And I don't know if I've played a game like this in a while, because most of the games that I've played are always like, it's sort of like battle games or, puzzles, tower defenses, sort of like the other apps that I've been showing off. And you don't really have this aspect of like, interaction like that with games. And I really enjoyed it. So here it gets even creepier, right? We get into the actual building and it looks very creepy, right? It looks like the inside of somebody's body, and it's very weird. We see feet, hands, and yeah, very ominous. I love the way the story sort of portrays itself in this drawn style. Really nice, really beautiful. That's really creepy. The lungs, it's just yikes. It's so weird. So here we have the hands, right? And that's super creepy. I was able to pick up the little canister from the floor. Again, you have to interact with your environment. I see the chest on the floor. I'm seeing this sort of like pot for plants. And I realize here that the colors are correspondent to the hands. So now I know what I need to do. I need to count the fingers to see what exactly the combination is going to be, right? So I'm walking around trying to see, okay, well, green has, one finger up. The magenta or pink stone has 5. The blue has 3. Red has 4. I need to take another moment because I totally forgot that, so I have to look at it again. I'm like, okay, well, blue has 3, red has 4. Okay, great. So I start setting this up where red has 4, right? Blue has 3. The magenta or pink stone has 5. Green has one, so obviously yellow must have two, right? I don't even need to walk away from that. That's just logic. The chest opens up, and as the chest opens up here, I'm able to see the little thing with the letters, and then grab this sort of fruit, which I assume is for the the pot here that you need the light and canister for. So yeah. All right, so now I go over here and I place the fruit in the ear, and I open up my bag to use the canister, and I'm gonna place one drop of water, and I get a rose. Obviously I have to touch the bud to take that. Awesome. And I'm gonna go ahead and continue forward, right? And there was the yellow fingers that I didn't see earlier, the beating heart, which is very weird with sort of foot with the heel. And then this thing pops up, right? Sort of like Medusa style, but with like vines as hair. And I see the roses and I'm like, ah, perfect. Roses go right there. Awesome. And, I'm like, oh, that's cute. And then all of a sudden, uh, yeah, that's very weird. Very creepy. And it's a door, it's a portal. And so we go into this room, I interact with what's on the desk, and right, I think, I'm making coffee for a moment. I'm like, what is that, like a press or something? And I go back, I see the larva, I'm like, ah, okay, we're gonna crush the larva. And we got these faces here, it's all creepy. The desk itself is a face. And now I realize, okay, well, larva goes in the press. I press it, the icky comes out, and then I have to put that icky in the lantern, and now I have a lantern. Fantastic. Alright, so I take that with me, and we're gonna go ahead and continue forward with this, right? And so I'm going into the next space, and it's gonna say something along the lines of, oh, it's too dark. So I'm like, ah, that's perfect. I have a lantern, right? So I'm gonna go ahead, use the lantern, and we're in this new space, right? Oh, no, I went back to the original space. I'm gonna go back into the space. There we go. Complete and utter darkness, other than the fireflies that are around me. And I think the character is gonna make a comment on the fireflies soon enough. So yeah, this app, again, it's very sort of, so many dark motifs. See, like the hanging heads, Jesus. Um, so many dark motifs, but I really do enjoy, right? It's captivating, right? It hooks you in, and it's weird. But yeah, this is the overall game. I don't want to spoil too much. So if you like what you've seen so far, go ahead and check it out. It's Cat Museum. It's on the App Store. I believe it was on Steam first. And yeah, it's just overall very interesting game.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Cat Museum. Hopefully you found that interesting. I know it's a bit of a different sort of, app than you're used to seeing, maybe. And yeah, I don't know. I found it very fun, right? I found it sort of like it's got these dark elements to it. It reminds me sort of like Outlast in the sense of it's not like a terror sort of game, but like there's something that just draws you into games like that, you know? And yeah. So as always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It always helps the channel out. And yeah, hope you're taking care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. And until next time, peace out.